We access a special stage created to show the different page designs. Whenever we access a PasteNotes document, it first shows us End mode, which is the one designed to annotate and correct PasteNotes during recce's. In this tutorial we will see how to custom configure the layout of the page that we want to use, both for End mode and R mode. With the default setting of the application, RC Notebook setting, a vertical page is always created that turns the page completely. It has 5 lines configured with the default thickness and color. The screen background is white. As we will see later, all of this is configurable from the Notebook settings. We access the Notebook settings menu. Regarding the number of lines, we can choose between 4, 5, 6 or 7 lines. Let's see an example of each of the 4 possible configurations. This would be the configuration for 4 lines. Now we have the 5 lines. This is the 6th line page. And here we have the 7-line configuration. We return to the Notebook settings menu. We can set the thickness of the line or even delete it visually. We'll leave the thicker line in a deeper color in End mode and remove it visually in R. Let's see the result for 5 lines. For the next demonstration we will access a document with PasteNotes already written. Now we will try with the 2 types of scroll available in vertical mode. By default, End mode and R mode scroll pages by sliding them sideways. We will call this full page. We are going to modify the Notebook settings. In End mode, the page turning mode is always full page, but in R we can select full page or roll mode. In this case, we can show a reading line that will make it easier for us to read. Its color and opacity are also configurable. With this way of reading we must never change the page and we always have in view what we must rectify and what will come ahead of us. Here we have an example. Now we are going to work again with a blank document. We have seen examples of documents in vertical view, but we can also view documents in horizontal view. Let's go to the Notebook settings to modify it. Now, it is normal that during the tutorial, the screen orientation varies, depending on whether we use a vertical or horizontal view mode. Let's look at several examples. The first with a 4-line configuration in vertical, we will configure it like this in R mode, and what it would look like in horizontal with 2 lines. The horizontal view is designed to optimize the proportions of each line. In this way, the space for writing is greater and allows writing in End mode with larger letters, which will then be adjusted if we view it vertically in R mode. We return to the Notebook settings to show the document with 6 lines in vertical that will show 3 lines in horizontal. We can also, obviously, use both modes, N and R, in landscape view. In this case, we can also display the reading line in R mode. We set it to display on the 2nd line. This is how the N and R modes would look. The background color of the notebook is also configurable in case we do not want to display such a white color. We can adjust the opacity of the color. When you have already defined some settings that you want to use in your next documents, you can save them as default settings. To do this, we must exit the document to Home. Select the Settings tab. Enter Notebook Settings. Create a new setting. Indicate the name of the setting. Modify the desired parameters. Save. Now we can select these new settings when we create a new document. If we select it as a favorite, it will set them by default.